Hi Jeremy, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Quick recap on our lesson this evening. So first thing I wanted to tidy up was your takeaway. If you can see this red line here in front of your hands, you'll see as you take the club away, your very first move is your hands are moving to the right of this red line. And what that's doing is it's causing that left arm to disconnect going back at that stage. So when we come back here, yes, the club head is definitely outside your hand, but your left arm is not across your chest. If we look here at Charlie Howe, we see here his hands track inside that red line, so his hands are working towards his right thigh as well as keeping the club head out and in front of him. So now if we look at his left arm, it's tracking down his feet line, but we can see yours is outside. So that caused some problems with the swing. You have to make too many compensations to fix it, and hitting half shots or pitches are going to cause a lot of issues, a couple of shanks in there as well. So first thing is just to feel that your hands move to your right thigh, and the quickest way of doing it is we just put a head cover on the outside of the ball just here, and it just encourages that club head just to move inside that tiny bit more. So hands towards right thigh, club head stays out. You actually get to the top of your swing quite nicely. I don't like how it got there, but actually the top of the swing is pretty good. When we did tidy up the takeaway, the left arm was in a slightly better position, but it's pretty good here, Jeremy, to be fair. At that slot there. If we look at Charlie Howe at that same position, you'll see he's nicely tucked at that same place there. He's just got a slightly longer swing, but nothing drastic. From there, what we're going to see now as you come down, you do a good job here shallow in the shaft. Knees are still parallel when the club got halfway down, which is good. If we look at Charlie here coming down, you'll see his knees are parallel, just gone there at the same position. His lower half's a little bit more active than you, and that's something I'd like to do in time, but today we had some other things to work on. On the way through, this was interesting. So the club face with you never really rotates properly, especially with the driver. And what you tend to do is your way of squaring the face is making the club head swing left and through with a slightly open face, to be fair, but you tend to pull the handle low and left coming through at this stage, where we worked on a drill today where we got the handle higher and going to the right. So we look at you there compared to Charlie, him coming down at the same stage. We can see a couple of differences. One is we can still see his left forearm. Now that's telling us that he's swinging a little bit more out to the right. With you, we can't see any of that left forearm, so we know your club head is always swinging left and low. If we look at Charlie on the way through, you're going to see that handle just at this stage now. You'll see the shaft is going to steepen again just as he comes through there, and you can see that handle's going nice and high, but that club face is beautifully rotating. So left hand is the hand pushing the club head down, or the handle's going up is the way to think of it, but while that right hand is trying to rotate as much as it can. And the more you get that handle up, the less that right hand can turn. So it's a very powerful move. But with you, Jeremy, your handle goes a bit left. And we can see that evidently here. If we draw a line on your shaft plane there, and we do the same on Charlie, just like so, we'll see with yours, when you came back down into impact, you're pretty much parallel to it, that plane. It's a fractionally different. If we look at Charlie's, though, you'll see there's definite steepening there. So you can see there's a little bit more of a difference there. Not much, but a little bit more of an angle there, 6 degrees, where yours is more parallel to it, I think, than rising. So work on that new release. I'm going to send you a couple of links. We want to do that, get a bit more turf with the irons for sure. We'll get the lower half turning a bit more, and we'll see a great difference. Thanks, Jeremy.